So, a bit of background. I fell in love with this stupid thing, the UpMove, and I've actually upgraded to an Up2, which looks nicer, tracks in more detail, but fortunately it doesn't do heart rate. But to be honest, it's more aesthetically pleasing. It's just more, I can wear it in more situations, and yeah, I love the look of it. That's the main thing, and it's got a bit more functions, and it also has an alarm function so it can wake you up within that time period where you're least kind of asleep. And yeah, so it's got a couple more functions and I'll go over them later, but basically I fell in love with it and I got myself an upgrade. So this is what it looks like. Very small. Got the rope clasp, really tiny, and it comes with this charger. Quite minimalist, really. Yeah. So on my wrist, that's the difference. Obviously, the Jawbone 2 is way more ergonomically and aesthetically pleasing. I haven't done it up yet, but yeah. So it looks way better than this stupid thing. So, updating firmware, whatever that means. Hopefully there's some good patches. Yeah, it can only be a good thing. It's not taking too long. 15%, it's been maybe like 2 minutes. Yeah. And I've got it plugged into my computer. It's got these little lights. They're pretty much the same symbols as the UpMove. Yeah, so if you want another size comparison, there you go.
Yeah, so obviously that looks much better. Yeah, and if you want to see, so this was the clip. Yeah, this looks like, I don't know, like the UpMove just looks like a stupid, I don't know, it's not that bad, but it just looks like some weird toy, like some children's bracelet. Anyway, so I'm watching this tutorial on how to set it up, and hopefully I'll show you.
So yeah, this is how it looks on my wrist. Got a clasp. It's really comfortable. It's actually way more comfortable than this one. It's quite small, minimalist. No one will recognize it. No one even will probably see it. Yeah, nothing much. It's just literally the same as that one, but it looks a lot better. It probably is a bit more accurate, and yeah, it has a few more functions, like wake you up within that window where you're least kind of when you're most aroused. It's got vibration, and yeah, it just tracks your steps and sleep pretty much. So I'll just be continuing tracking my movements, getting 11,500 steps in every day, and then cardio on top, so I can actually track my cardio. So basically, the app on this Up2 and this Up2 is pretty much the same. It is the same actually, but there's a bit more detail in the app. So for example, okay, if you can see this, if you look at my sleep, there's slight differences. So that uses the old app with the Up24 and the UpMove, and it's pretty much the same app, but it's just there's little differences. So for the sleep, you can see light and sound, and the wake is split into 3 columns. For the other one, it's just one graph with the different bars. So that's one change. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. And with the Up, there are obviously more functions. The Up2. So you've got sleep tracking. You can do that manually, but it does it by itself. So literally, last night I went to bed, it just tracked it by itself. I didn't have to touch anything. I didn't have to put it in sleep mode. Stopwatch, and it was quite accurate. I slept around 12, and it was a late night last night. And yeah, it was pretty accurate. And then you've got the stopwatch, smart alarm, which is a new thing. Which is an alarm you can set that wakes you up in a certain time. at a certain time and within a window of like when you're least aroused. Then you've got the activity alert, so an idle alert. So idle alert is when you've been sitting for too long, you can set an alarm. Activity is just to push notifications to help you like kind of stay on progress. So it'll tell you, oh, you've got 200 more steps to go. What, stuff like that. And you've got reminders that you can have too, and it'll just kind of shock the bracelet, and you'll feel it. So that's pretty good. Those are all the new functions. And then you've got battery life about 7 days, 7 to 8 days on full charge. And the best thing about the Up2 is the syncing speed. Okay, so I'll turn on my Bluetooth. So I'm turning on my Bluetooth. It says looking for band. Okay, I'll kind of time this. Okay, so it's found it. The icon's up there. And it would say syncing. So I click on it. Last sync today, 8 o'clock. Oops. It will just sync on its own. See? Last sync just now. Crunching the numbers. And now it's done. That's it. And now just update button. See? Syncing. It's synchronizing, syncing, crunching numbers. Done. How quick was that? So literally, every time you launch the app, it does it by itself. And well, no, every time you launch the app with Bluetooth on, it will just sync by itself, and that literally takes less than a minute. With this one, I don't know if it's my model that's kind of weird or messed up, but I found you've got to reset it every time, so you have to find the UpMove, and then you have to pair it and press the button. That takes like just a bit longer, but maybe like 2-3 minutes, and the syncing sometimes can take at least a minute. So I don't know, this seems a lot quicker. And so if I'm wearing a watch, you can wear it like that, so with this face up, and it just looks like some random bracelet, maybe a hair tie if you're a girl. It's really inconspicuous. So if you're not wearing a watch, like at the moment, I have this part up, and that's really minimalist as well. Yeah, as opposed to this one where it just looks really stupid. The great thing about this one though, you can press it and it shows you the amount of steps you've done, and then you can double click it and you've got the time. So you lose that feature with the new one, with the Up2. So that's one of the drawbacks, and I quite like this little display, even though it looks really bad, but it tells you the time, and this clock is really cool. Yeah, I really like that one. But yeah, so basically that's all the differences. And if you're asking, is this worth? So this I bought for around £13, I think, 13 pounds including shipping. This I bought for £24, including shipping. They're both hilariously cheap. They both work. They're both great, and I recommend this one. Don't even bother with this one. Like, I got this one and I fell in love with it. The app is amazing. The app's the real thing. So the app is the actual, the selling point for me. But this looks kind of childish. Looks a bit weird. I mean, if you don't mind it, fair enough. Get it then. It's cheap. And if you only need steps and sleep, that's fine. Get it. But this has the alarm function, steps and sleep. I think subconsciously, I don't know if it's true, but I think it's more accurate. And yeah, it's kind of the middle ground. Up3, I don't know. It has a heart rate monitor, but I don't think you really need that, to be honest. And it's a bit more chunkier, I've heard. So yeah, I really recommend this. So just pay 10 quid more, go for this. Don't bother with this. Don't even waste your time with this. Yeah. So I kind of lost £10. I'll try and sell it, but I wasted £10. But anyway, I'm very happy with this one. And there's loads of colours to choose from, turquoise being one of the nicer ones. So yeah, Hope you enjoyed this kind of review. Have a good day.